Hey guys, I'm Jake, and welcome to this week's episode of Sliceform. So this week we are going to be talking about slicing softwares. Generally, when you're talking about 3D printing, there is the physical hardware, which is the actual real printer, and then you've also got the software side. And the software is usually always referring to your slicing software. It's the thing where you take your physical object, put it into the software, and then on the other end, you've got G-code, which is the language that your 3D printer can understand. Very simply, G-code is a very long list of coordinates that you can give to your 3D printer. Most often they'll have different types of languages like a G1, which means, hey, move to this coordinate at this speed and squirt out a little bit of plastic. But from all of these millions of lines, we can actually build up a model that can say exactly how large it wants to be, how small, if it needs support material, just how fast it needs to print, and lots of other information associated with it. In the following weeks, we will be talking about G-code in a lot more depth. We'll actually have an entire week-long episode into how you can actually hack your 3D printer to make it much more efficient for you. This week, we're going to be going into much more depth in a slicing software called Cura. Now, technically speaking, you can run any 3D printer on any slicer software. Creality, the company that makes the Ender 3, actually does have its own slicer software, but because it's not as commonly used, there's far fewer revisions and a much smaller community associated with it. And generally, when you're talking about a new skill or a new tool that you want, generally the larger the audience means the more help you're going to get. You don't have to choose Cura. If you want, you can absolutely go with another slicing option. Some others that are very popular, some like the Prusa slicer, which is made from a Czech Republic company called Prusa that makes absolutely fantastic 3D printers. They are actually the largest printer farm in Europe. They have about 10,000 3D printers running 24/7 to actually print parts for future 3D printers. And they have their own slicer software. Some slicer softwares you do have to buy, but Cura is and always has been completely free.